Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Sir Stephen Topham the third, at your service. Now, we're gonna make this quite clear and crystal because I don't want you to be misled. Obviously, that's the first thing on the list that I don't want it to happen. Is I want you to really think about this very, very highly, not stupidly. This is all realistic, and you're not gonna go backfiring on me because it won't work. Right. A lot of you know what's right from wrong, but how many of you know that's right from wrong? You have to be honest. You have to show the honesty. The problem is the honesty is not always going to work with all individuals, regardless of me trying to be honest with you and establish from right from wrong. Now, I'm telling you now, right, in all plain eyesight, there are people out there in the community, Thomas community in general, knows what's going on, but they're not intervening. If they intervene, they're going to start going backwards, right? As they do, right? The right thing from wrong is like saying like you've got two paths and you really screw up. Right from wrong, obviously, it's the easy way of optioning, putting it correctly. But I want you to establish it, right? Get a cup of coffee, get a cup of tea, hear it out, think what could have been improved right now rather than just going backwards and backwards and backwards too far and ended up screwed up. Because I want to be honest with you, but be also be from right from wrong. I've been trying to establish to this because I want the Norfolk Railway to realise they're in the wrong. Why? Right? There's a lot of things that unfold in truth, and it just doesn't always hit people's eyes or ears or everybody else like that. They don't understand what's unfolded, or it was late in the evening and it was nearly 5 o'clock for closing time, as example for the North Norfolk Railway, as it is the North Western Railway Company. And they also established there's a big, big problem, right? I don't want you to carry a lie here, right? Because it'd be wrong. Being right, listening to a management that just gives you a load of TOSS, right, or bullshit, right? You don't want that, right? You have to be realistic on that. But at the same time, I'm telling you that I've been set up. I've got all the evidence on the internet to prove that validly, and I've been honest with you, and I've been straightforward with you, and everybody thinks it's all right from wrong. I said, look, if everything is all been told and it's been said, what is right from wrong, what is wrong here? Two things wrong here, and I'm not going to be belching bush. Right, everybody's heard of this book, obviously, from Christopher Audrey, Sodor, Reading Between the Lines. Right, it's all happening, all in truth, as it states, but bang, what happens? Right, let me give you an example, right? There's a lot of things you may not understand, right? And it's a lot harder to absorb that type of information all at once, right? I understand that. But there are a lot of people that understand what's unfolding and they've got to take it or leave it, basically. If they leave it, then they become a dishonest person. They could be right from wrong and it'll all be going wrong and it'll all turn not right up, the right way up for everyone. Everybody knows what's supposed to unfold. That's the key. My mother's on the board on getting on this done. She will be the, right at this moment understanding everything that's supposed to unfold. Right? A lot of things take time. We're not rushing it. We're not pushing you off. We're not saying why. Why am I being honest with you? Or anybody for that matter, right? The North Norfolk Railway won't give a damn, right? Because they got different agendas, different motives, and then they just kick up the rear end of the stick, right? I say to you, just believe them. Leave them. Just leave them. Because the more you leave them, the easier it becomes on you. Why? Because you're not intervening. You're not jumping in. You're not grasping their lies or their deceits. You're going to say, no, I'm going to leave you alone. It's a word structure. That's what I would have said to them. I said, there's no point dashing around with you lot because you're just going to throw the ball back at me. I said, I've got the bigger ball in the end because I've got the whole community, right? 8 billion people to go through, right? Which is a safeguard on directly on everybody, right? From me, my family to you lot, right? It's all safeguarded. Why? Right, I want to be honest with you. That's the right thing to do. Obviously, it's being honest. But if I told you the wrong thing, you think, oh, great. Yeah, what would come out of your mouth? You'd be drop jawed and you'd be like saying, you did this, then we believe that. Right? But I'm telling you the right thing and I'm being honest with you. What has unfolded and what's untailed and what date and year, month and all of that. That's all included in the package. Right? A lot of people go to arm and length trying to knock me out the package, right? They cannot because I'm blood related. And I had to take what gives, right? There are people out there in the real world that will find this interesting because right from wrong tells you the right moves, not the wrong moves. Problem is, the North Norfolk Railway screwed your heads up for over 6 years. So work it out, go forward. What are they ending up with? Nothing. Because they can't work it out. Why? Why? They've been discriminated, they've been naughty, they've been worse off, they've been selfish, they've been unkind a bit. I said, look, not everyone is unkind up there. But they have to be honest as well and a bit of trust and respect and honesty and all of that. But you're getting it out of me, but everyone else, no. Because not all of them are. I'm not staying on the North Norfolk Railway. The North Norfolk Railway is the key to the problem, right? A lot of things unfold for a reason, right? Let it be, let it unfold, let it ride. Right. There's a lot of truth to this. Let me give you an example, right? A lot of people have this book and the big book that I got right here, right? You respect Reverend Robert Audrey? Start respecting me first, because it goes a long way for the next bit of a path. Right? You want the fourth generation? You want the fifth generation? Well, you have to grow up a little bit and realise it's unfolding in front of you. You know, this is the hard part. Right? Okay, you know who I am, what I am, down the line. There's no bullshit. There's no BS. Right? But who's carrying the lies, the deceits, and actually covering my track up? Right? People have to realise things. When it unfolds in front of you, there's 3 pieces in the whole universe that protects you. Myself, my family, and my friends. And connections and colleagues obviously make 5. Right? You have to work it out and realise we have to work together. But right from wrong to actually solve a problem here, right? I can't do nothing unless the North Norfolk Railway buck up their ideas and wake up and smell that coffee and realise they've got a problem that isn't their problem. It's not their fault. It's not their logic. They have to be respectful, yes, but they can't carry that lie. If the management has been told a lot of bullshit or lies, it's like they say, deceits, then it all comes back on me because they always sweep it under the carpet. I ending up clearing it out. Why? Because I'm too good to get to the truth. Right? Right. A lot of you understand what's right from wrong, right? Get that in your head. This is not a joke, right? But you have to correct the wrong things to get it right again, right? You have to be realistic. Right, we got this problem, we got to solve it, right? We have to do it, so do you. We have to work as a team and get it solved, right? There are a lot of people out there. Let's take Discord as an example. They know a lot of things about me before I even came onto Discord, right? On Facebook, I'm well known. Twitter, I'm on well known. Why? Because the right from wrong, right? People make big hoo-has about a big problem they want solving, right? They say, on a logical note, if a North Norfolk Railway doesn't clear their act, they will make problems worse and worse off. And guess who it's going to affect? It won't be affecting me. It will affect their reputation. So work it out. It won't affect me because I did not do nothing wrong. Why? Because I've been honest. Right? When I said I was going to put a lot of wrong right, I said I would. I will keep my promise and I'll keep everything in check. Why? Because I want to be honest with you. I have to be trusting you, respecting you. But at the same time, I know a lot of things that the North Norfolk Railway can't get their heads round. A lot of the time, they say, we want to believe that lie because we've been told. Right? I tell them now, here and now, grow up, will you? Because you're working up there, you respect that place, regardless in or out. Don't listen to the management because the management will just flip you over, right? What they're saying is, it's like Diesel, right? Divas Diesel, we all keep saying he's still got that little finger around your head. Say, don't let this person on the board. Don't let him back on board. Don't let him back into the premises. Right? Sydney has got a loss of memory. Right? So's my great uncle Donald. Ding ding. Right? I know from right from wrong. Right? So what does click? What makes people do the wrong flaming problems? Right? And then ending up not making them right because they think they are in the right when they do these problems, right? These problems are so bloody basical, it's unbelievable how much they push to get people out, shake it all about, piss them off, excuse my language, and you're ending up with all of this on a silver platter, right? You're going to end up with the one big problem, right? People, right, around the globe, even here, even at the rest of the UK, everything adds up, right? You have to start from moving your backside from your computer and chair and help me out. Why? Very important. Why? Very important to do so because if we don't get the thing we need, not want. But are we paying for it? No. We just have to do it. Why? Is it logical? Motive. Right? You're not going to run for the hills and say, the management told us you can't come on the platform. That's a lie, a deceit, and dishonesty. They may be honest with me, the people that approach me, but they're carrying a lie to cover their asses a bit. I'm not saying they're probably doing a good job up there. No, I want you to know from right from wrong before you can jump on that platform. That platform is no ordinary platform. Right? When you're on that platform, you got to realise eyes and ears are everywhere and we are watching. Right? It doesn't matter if you're 5 years old, 10-year old, 15-year old, 20-year old, or 40 years old, 50 years old, or 60 years old, or 70, or 80, or 90. It all adds up. Right? When the time comes to it, you're going to realise that you've got a very significant problem right now. Right? How many of you know that you've got a very, very bad problem up there which cannot be prepared because people want things to happen it their way? I said you can't, right? I'm going to be honest and I'm going to be straightforward with you, and you know that a lot of people have a lot of really useful tips or tricks, and but there's a lot of things you're not seeing, right? Connections is one thing, right? But at the same time, let's go to the business, shall we? How many of you actually know the people that work on the Norfolk Railway that well? I think most of you will say, no, we don't. Why? because I want to get down to the point. Why? The reason why I knew that very day, right, the truth is playing out the correct way, but in a very adult way. No one would believe it. Well, watch it. Right? People want things to unfold correctly, which I agree. That's the right move to make, but the wrong move if they've got this problem over their heads. Right? Let me give you an example. Right? You lot have got a big problem from right from wrong. Big mistake, but it's hard to core it up. You have to be realistic. You have to get determination. Who did all of this shitty problem? Why, you got 6 years worth of that one problem. One problem affects everyone. Why, I've seen right through it and told you what's your step. What did I tell you? You won't listen to me? Look at the result you got. You see, by listening to me, you're not getting the result you want right now. Everybody knows what's unfolding in truth, but I have made the right decision to keep it going the way it does. Why? Because it's the correct thing to do. Why? If I said to you that the North Norfolk Railway screwed up, that's truth. That's not a lie. Right? That's right. If I'm wrong. Right? The North Norfolk Railway had loads of choices to recorrect these problems, and they're not recorrecting it properly to the T. Why? They all mouth. Mattel and all the copyright holders get them out. Right? Because they got a lot of wrong in them right now. Right? They feel like they are so, so arrogantly, like if you really want the franchise to continue, let it do it in real life. Because in real life, while we're still moving, there's half of it is in real life. This is where the trick of the trade is. Somewhere it goes forward, forward, forward. We ending up with the result of the fourth generation. Then the fifth. How? This is the thing you have to let things slow down a bit. Right? The North Norfolk Railway screwed up because they've gone too advancedly in the future a little bit. They said, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. They go down the line, as they say, and they end up slipping up. Why? Taking on a lie, taking on a deceit, and being dishonest. Why? Because they believed a lie against my rightful judgment. Why? I've been telling the truth all the time and no one's picked up on it. A lot of people know I'm telling the truth, right? But there's a fact in every one of it. Why? You cannot disgrace that. Why? The North Norfolk Railway will lie to your teeth. Right? This is the management to the porters, the guards, and everybody working on the railway. Are they getting the treatment they want? No. Why? They've been dishonest. So who wins out of the game at the moment? One person of all time is laughing her head off. Why? Why? A lot of my fleet are not impressed with her, regardless of her actions made big consequences. Why? My fleet was watching all of this while you're laughing, sitting down and playing computer games all the time. I said, games is not the issue right now. Right? You've got a future ahead of you that may not continue the way it would. Why? Because you're ending up with something that we want correcting. We want to put it right. We got to put it right to get it right. Why? Ask yourself a question. Why am I telling you from right from wrong is that everything that went wrong from 2019 has to be put right? Why? The North Norfolk Railway can have whatever they want, but in the end of the day, respect goes a long way on both sides. It doesn't matter who you are. It's about respect, honesty, and trust. Why? If a management wants to play silly beggars, it's like my grandfather would say. they could get off that premises and leave. Why? Because he doesn't want a dishonest management because the management lies to you. Why? I don't. I put my I put everything in front of the lineman here. Why? You're gonna wake up and smell that damn coffee because the management has lied to you. Why? Because they believe that lie, they continue to believe that lie until everyone is out of the building. Let's say we take all of you out. One of you will click. Why? I don't want to be disrespectful because I'm putting things right rather than wrong. Why? It is right to put you right, but to get the wrong things out of the way so you're able to get things moving forward in progress. They tell you, look us up on Facebook. I said there's nothing to do with Facebook. In reality, in your heads, something is clicking. What's clicking in your heads? Wake up and smell a damn coffee. People on my contacts, my connections, my family, my friends, all of it, all know what should be playing out. Why? Right? Are you that naive to me correct the problem right from wrong? Are you? It takes a little while, don't get me wrong, but it's making you think. But in the day, you've got everything under your roof right now, even people's houses, people's property, etc., etc. And then people will start asking big questions, big simplified questions. Why did this man get set up? Why did you lie to him? Why did you do it? And then they will lie in front of your teeth and say, we did it to cover our friends. You know what I mean? It's like being evil, but they're not. Work it out. What I'm trying to tell you, that's what they would say because they've been dishonest with you, right? They got rid of her, don't get me wrong. She's off the premises, but there's a lot of people in that premises of the North Norfolk Railway that are lying to you. Why? They rather carry that lie and be so deceitful that things would not add up properly correctly because it's still the bad apple routine. Why? The bad apple is clicking, but it's ticking, ticking. And what's going to happen in the end? I said, listen to Duck's story. Listen to the bad apple. Listen to all the episodes of Thomas and Friends. It all adds up slowly. But you got to work out the bigger problem here. You know, there's nothing wrong. It's their side that did the wrong. Me in the right, they're in the wrong. Why? I stood up for myself while everybody else was working their hardest, butts off, if you will. And I tell you now, everyone became so low. They weren't happy, cheerful, mediocre. I end up having to do the same routine. Why? It all adds up, don't it? So when you think that I am happy and all of that, I'm not happy with him, with them. Why? They believed a lie. And when the lie goes wrong, they can't put it right because they messed up. Right? You're going to end up. At first, you guys, all of you around the globe, should know that the North Norfolk Railway screwed everybody up. Right? Big time screw up. Right? Things add up. Right? Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, Toby, and Duck, and all the rest of my fleet, they all know what's going on in that building without having to intervene. Why? Because the right from wrong is what makes everything go like clockwork. But are you going to be sitting around on your phone, your computer, or watching television all day? No. You're going to have to start waking up and smelling that coffee because when the management threw all of us out, what did you end up with? Nothing. Because they thought the money making would have helped. But it's not. It's making the business or making the railway look bad. Why? because they are not diplomaticists. They're a bunch of terrorists, in my perspective, because they're not acting mature enough to sort a problem out. Right? They know they were in the wrong. I'm in the right. How? Right? They're not going to be that diplomatic anymore because they lost their respect, they lost their dishonesty, all of that's gone in their heads, and they just think they know it all from top to bottom. I said, you may know everything as much as I do, but in reality, it's all happening unfoldably in truth. Right? So work it out forward and forward. What people are seeing at the moment. Everything is tied. Right? In any aspect, the CGI, the RWS, is all connected. Why? Why are they both connected? Why? Because Mighty Mac, one of my engines, support engines, told me this long time ago that there will be a problem with one of one of the management team in the Norfolk Railway. Was he right? The answer is yes. Mighty Mac was on top form. Why? He alerted me and told me long time ago. Right? I was only a Cub Scout, and I must admit, it's no dishonesty in that. And you're ending up saying he knew who I was. I didn't have to go blah blah blah, but enough to give me the mail. Bang. End story of that one. But he was right from wrong. Why? Because he put things right. He helped me, I helped him, I helped everyone, I helped my support team and my fleet and everybody else around the globe. Everybody's starting to get the message, ding, 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 like a mailbox. And they say, what? People pick up on vibes, languages, techniques, and everything else. And you telling me the North Norfolk Railway are white? No, they weren't in the right. They are in the wrong. Why? Carrying a letter that's falsified and actually a false information when they don't have the full proof, when their cameras were down and their website changes and everything else. Look at the way it's unfolded slowly. It was not done all at once. What do you end up with? A messed up railway. Right? A complete messed up. Why? Let me give you a little hint that might give you a trigger of what the NNR was up to. I'm not going to bullshit with the bush, right? Right? I'm not going to be discriminative because I know I'm technically going to kick them up the bum for this. Right? We all knew from day one what's unfolded. Right? Right. Dunk, 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 dunk. Right? I'm going to be viewing this because I don't want you to be cut off, obviously. You see, everything you see is what my mother sees, especially me. And we are monitoring everything. Why? Look of how much is gone since 2024. Does that give you a ring a bell? This is a clue. Right here, right now. This is the clue that's putting you off. Look how they're treating your our railway, or treating and disrespecting the railways. Why? Why are there 5 diesels there with the steamies behind the backsides? Excuse my French. That's disrespecting the steamy side as well as the diesel side. Look at it. Look how many diesels there are, right? So realistically, who screwed up? So with all that being said, that proves the point that the diesel team are failing. Big time fail. Their diesels will go bonk and they will end up with nothing. Why? What they're doing right there, right now, is so disgraceful. Right? I'm going to tell you from right from wrong. I said there are reasons why the bloody railway won't not act the same way to you, right? Because they will not be honest with you. They'll be disrespectful to you. The management will just be a complete damn insults. Why? It's the honesty, isn't it? You want honesty? I'm giving you honesty. I'm giving you respect. I've been giving you the trust, the respect, and honesty, and all of it all in one bucket. I said it's all happened, all in truth, and everybody just thinks, what do you think I'm trying to tell you? From right from wrong. I said the problem that was caused in 2019 caused that problem in general. So what happened to the Norfolk Railway when they get screwed up? They ending up with nothing. Why? Because then they will lose something so properly and all dairy. Why? The management don't know what they're doing from left, right, or centre. Doesn't matter if everything falls into place. You got to work out why they screwed up. We all knew about the bad apple day, and this is what's happening. You know, the bad apple is Diesel's telling the story, blah blah blah, going down the line, and bang, what do you end up with? My was the result that you want, yes, but it's actually Diesel who's telling the story, right? He stated what happened to him and everything else. You can listen to it in Duck Story. It's all there in black and white. Right? It's all realistic. It's all true. Right from wrong. You know, in this case, you got to make a loophole. Right? You got to fix that loophole before it gets worse and worse and worse. Do you really want the whole thing to collapse on you or collapse on me, even that? Because I won't be causing the damage. I'm innocent. Why? Because I'm honest. Right? People that are honest have more respect back. Why? Being honest with you, telling you that the North Norfolk Railway is not appropriate. Why? Bad management makes a bad railway. Why? Because that's how it works. One of these days, you're going to ask that major question, who started the bloody problem? Who do you expect? But that's a different type of story overall. But we know who did it. We know who did the problem and confused the problem and made everybody confused, saying it's my fault when it wasn't. So I'm being honest with you, right? That honesty will open up everybody's eyeballs a bit. It's more being honest with you than being dishonest. Right? You're gonna end up waking up and smell that coffee. We're not gonna move forward quickly enough because you have, let's say, the Norfolk Railway has that problem. Their attitude problems do not mix with any direction. I want you to wake up and smell that lovely coffee and realize, oh, shit. Yeah, well, look at you. You're working for a railway that doesn't appreciate you, right? You're going to end up losing. As for everybody that works on there, clear your act, get out of that uniform and go home. Because you're not going to get the respect from them, right? I'm trying to safeguard you here. Not going the other way and say, stay there and work there, which you could do, and then they end up getting burnt or scarred, and I don't want that. I want you to realise what they did wrong in 2019 was wrong. Right? You know that. I know that. The community knows that. The Thomas the Tank books tell you about it. Right here, right now. Why? Because it's realistic now. It's all done in truth. Thank you very much.